A world in ruins. And then I was made. And I did the impossible. I restored the infinite. And I was rewarded with a wish. I saved the world once. But I'm not done. Xfinity Shard Core to make an Xfinite tracker. Maybe this is what the Nether portal is. The end of your world. You can't stop it. What does he have on his wings? I don't know what happened to Hasborn, but you're not Hasborn. Is this? No. They didn't build a mechanical one. So, this is automatically melting down scrolls into ink. The problem is, it's going to generate like 5 or 6 different kinds of ink, and that is going to be tricky to manage. I'm probably going to need some more fluid conduits. Unless I don't want fluid conduits. Because fluid conduits could be tricky. I could go for like a dumb pipe just to extract... Oh, the residence is done. I could go for a dumb pipe just to extract it. I'll have to play around with that. So this is Sakura's house. Thank you, Akiko. Very good work. And Sakura is with Nakama. Sorry, Sakura is with Mei. But the mistake I made with Noboru was moving him out without finding out where he lived. So, can I find out via this where Nakama Mei lives? No, apparently I can't. Come here for a sec. Hi. Where do you live? Your partner is... You're Noboru's mother. God, I've completely forgotten. Like, it's a big family. Akiko and Unknown. Okay, well, that didn't really help. Can I see houses on the map? I can see houses on the map. However, it doesn't tell me who lives where. But the important thing is it does show me the houses. So that is Asuko's. That is Akiko and Noboru. And then we have these 4. And that is it. So it is actually relatively easy to check houses at the moment. Because I resisted building more because I knew I was going to be upgrading them. So let's have a look. Or I could look here. So at the moment, Nakama is living here, I think. Yeah, Nakama is living here, and Mei is living here. So, if I go over to here, well, first of all, I'll double check Sakura is actually dating Mei. Yep, definitely. In that case, Sakura is now living with Mei. And we have a new child. Okay, so that was Noboru. Because, yeah, no, it did have... It's got space for 4, and there were only 3 people living in the tavern. So there we go. We now have Mei living in there, so this should be back to 3 people. Yep, it's got Yamaguchi Rin. Because every child born is a Yamaguchi or a Nakama. Oh, I can unlock the graveyard now. So that needs... Because I've now got a 2nd level town hall. So that needs bones. What is there in technology? Because I would like... Yeah, stonemason needs a level 3 mine. Sawmill needs a level 3 forester. Smeltery is a level 2 mine. Blacksmith is a level 3. Farm is a level 3. I don't have a farm at all. So it seems those are essential for progressing the actual town. So I think now that the forester is in a place I plan to keep it long term, I should upgrade the forester. Because I would love to get the forester up to 3, because the main problem is I'm still having to do a whole load of sawing myself. So, can I upgrade this? Yes, very easy. I have just thought of a potential problem here. I don't even know if I can extract this stuff as a liquid. Because I can't bucket it, I don't think. I think I can only Let's go with common ink. I mean, it is a liquid, but I can only do it with like a glass vial to get common ink. Oh, then again, it could be used in a spout. Maybe. But how am I doing this? So I need to have this come out, and how many different kinds of ink are there? Common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. So 5 kinds of ink. Frankly, I'd like it if I could upgrade some of the inks manually. Like common ink has virtually no use, so I'm just going to produce that in hilariously high quantities, I expect, and just have no use for it without having to do a whole load of manual work myself. So if I have like that at the back, and then I could use like the longer curve of the room in order to upgrade it. So like I have it go into a massive tank of common ink, and then that goes through a thing which I can then stack up with like the copper to upgrade it. Because it'll do that on a 4-to-1 basis. If I can produce a whole load of copper, that'll be fairly easy to get in high quantities. I can then have that upgrading, and then I could potentially like feed it into the next one and also upgrade it from like uncommon into epic, and then I could keep... Do I even need the lower ones? Like if I'm going for the high tier stuff, surely I should be aiming for the high tier stuff and just go straight for pretty much legendary on everything. Yeah, maybe. In that case, I will want to pretty much upgrade everything. So yeah, I'm probably going to use this entire room just for these inks. God, this is really going to suck if I have to redo this when I upgrade the place. Fluid drawers. So there's... Yeah, I probably just want like 5 1x1s. Wow, they're just planks and bucket. That is actually remarkably cheap. Like so. Maybe I shouldn't be making all of these without knowing if it even works. But buckets are also quite cheap. Alright, before I go through the faff of all the conduits and stuff. Alright. If I actually go grab... I don't have any common ink. I do have common ink. I've got tons of common ink. Alright. Can I put them into this directly? No. See, this is where I'm concerned that I can't actually put this in directly. I can drain it with an item drain, which is a copper casing, which is a copper ingot on a stripped log. And iron bars. I think I'd rather check the proof of concept works before I go faffing with that. Right, so if I just set this to insert and extract. It does work. There it is in common. Now what did I use to lock this? It was a key, wasn't it? A drawer key? Apparently I can use a configuration tool. Alright, I'll try that. Said there's a locking mode. Bit stupidly expensive for just a key, basically. I'm almost out of paper. Alright, oak drawer. And then that's everything I need for a configuration tool. Fluid renders, upgrade renders, indicator mode locking. So hopefully I can use this to lock the drawer. Oh, yeah I can. So that should now be locked, so only common ink can actually go in there. I did accidentally get that. Alright, well, that's a good sign. Anything in this? No, I don't think so. Okay. So, now what? Do I just have a row of these? Is that so hard to break because it's locked? Probably. Let's just unlock that. There. No way you can have it facing up. Ha! Okay, let's do that then. Is this even going to work like this? Probably not. I don't know that there's space in this room. This is actually a much bigger thing than I expected. Alright, I'm going to have to stagger it more. Like so. I think this will work. Alright, so... yeah, that's not extracting anything, and I don't know why. I'm a bit worried where the water has gone. There was water in that a moment ago. Alright, just don't extract for a sec. Ah! Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's going to be a problem. Fluid locking. I don't know what that is. Right, if I lock that again. Extract freely. I feel like that's... Is this working? Nothing's happening. Because I forgot to set this to insert. Alright, so that's now uncommon ink. And lock that. And that's now full of water. Alright. So far... Oh, okay, they don't work right on their side. Okay, that's a bit weird. I kind of feel like... Yeah, see, that's locked again. So that's just not going to work with swapping various things. So I think I'm going to have to replace this with another system that also has filters. No, it doesn't need filters because I'm locking it at this end. So just a dumb pipe system will work because the export is doing the smart thing. I could just use a fluid pipe like this, which is much cheaper, much easier, and I do actually have a bit of experience with this particular kind of pipe because this was the basis of a lot of my early pipe systems. So that's... I've gone through most of my things. I will need a pipe wrench, which is flint. I will say I've sort of missed this. Like, magic is fascinating, and I'm happy devoting my time to it. But, just a bit of good old-fashioned machinery and pipes. Feels like I'm going back to my roots. Like, this is fantastic. I love that I have a room of magic, and this is also going to feel pretty good when it's like a proper magic lab. But if I now have that to extract... I'm guessing if I put this here, this is then going to pump water in there. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, how do I empty that? I don't know that I don't know how to empty this. I now have a fluid which is like partially full of water, like a drawer partially full of water. How do I empty this? Okay, well, I'll deal with that later. All right. So, I think I need that that drain, because then I can sort of put the liquids, the inks in there without needing to actually generate them myself. So copper casing is just a stripped log, which I don't have, but I can very easily make. I do have stripped log and a copper bar. And then it's an iron bar as well, like iron bars, which I do also have a lot of from making the thingies. So if I, like so, and then like so, this is going so smoothly. Like I was really concerned that this wouldn't even be possible. Alright, so if I put... I think I'll have to do these the right way up just to be sure. Right, if I just separate them a bit. So, I put that there. Do I have any other inks? I have rare. I have legendary. I don't need uncommon. Oh, I have epic. Okay, so actually, I'm just gonna drain all of them in here because I can. So, this, I don't want uncommon, I want rare next. Did that work? No, that did not work. I mean, yes, it worked. But it isn't going in. What if I connect them by a pipe? Yay! Okay. So in that case, what I can basically do is connect all of these. Can it go in the front? That's the next question. So if I have the drain there, can I appear to be able to. So if I have epic, because that's rare, yeah. Yes! Haha! Oh, this is fantastic. Alright. Next is how on earth do I get rid of this? I can't even bucket out of this thing. Wow. No, I absolutely can't. I have no idea how to empty this thing. Nope. No idea. Alright, well, I'll just lock these two. So this is going to be my legendary ink. Alright. Rather than... And I know I could just make a new one and get rid of that. But rather than that, I'm going to use a fluid trash bin. Because I made 5 of them. And I'll be damned if I don't... If I have to make more, basically. Fluid trash can... bucket. Yeah, I'm out of buckets, basically. Alright, 10 more buckets. And then a fluid trash can. So I'm just gonna burn the water into nothing as punishment for not being what I wanted it to be. That sounds harsh, but it's water. Alright. There we go. Easy. And now I can take this. And I'm so full of stuff. Right, take this. Put that there. Drain this. And we have a bucket of legendary ink. Which I can then stick here. And lock. So I now have a locked tank. A fluid tank of each of these. They actually have a decent storage. It might be enough on its own, but I kind of do want big things of them. Right, and now the next thing is to have a drain. Well, first of all, let's just connect all of these. And then I can put a drain here. Set this to outro. And I should be able to just drain into this. And it will go to the right place. This is incredible. This is a phenomenal system that it just worked. I am flabbergasted that this turned out to be as easy as it is. Like, I really didn't expect this to work at all. I mean, I still haven't managed to automate the upgrading, but, I mean, this seems to work so smoothly. I'm really glad I remembered that these existed. So, yeah, it probably... Oh, I mean, yeah, the tricky thing is going to be, like, setting it up on this end, but I suppose with the pipe wrench, it's just... yeah. Yeah, it's not too bad, actually. Yeah, okay. I think it's probably going to be fine. How are we doing? Yeah, I've got space for all this. So there we go. That is all of my ink in these tubs, in these drawers. So now I continue the little web I'm generating and have these going into more alchemist cauldrons, because I think that's the only way I can mix them. So, like this. So these are... Oh, they actually use cinder essence. I don't know how much cinder essence I have left. Tons. Never mind. Grab some arcane essence as well. And then it's just a load of iron. Good thing I cooked up the remainder of the iron I had, because I'm almost out again. So I think I'll need 4? 1 for each, apart from legendary, because I obviously won't need it for legendary. I shouldn't need the water to go to them either, because they only need this stuff. So, I mean, can I just put it here? So, like, extract there? I don't know. This might try and extract the common. Right, if I just get rid of that. So that goes in and then straight back out again. Yeah, I want to get rid of this. I don't know if that's good. Alright, and then the next one here, which does the same thing. Actually, I kind of do want that there, don't I? Ah, no, this is getting too messy. Alright. So, get rid of... Alright, what if I get... well, first of all, let me just drain that back out. What if I get tanks to serve as intermediaries? So, because at the moment, like, I can imagine this thing filling up this entire system very, very quickly. Like, common ink in particular is going to massively overflow until I get the system going. So what I could do is I could have like a jumbo tank or one of those big tanks to serve as overflow, have that feed into a cauldron, and then that way I sort of stagger or alternate between the up and the down. Because as it is, with this system, it's just like filtering it and then immediately mixing it back up again. Yeah, alright, so I'm going to go make some tanks. Like, if I really stagger it with the heights and stuff, I could potentially... Like, if I have the common up there, and I have that just going all the way up, and that is exclusively common ink, all going into this singularity tank. So this remains the filtering gate, but this is the main storage, because it's... I mean, that's only... I think that's only... Yeah, that's only 32 buckets. So that's actually the same storage as this. Alright, well, I'll see how the system works. Hopefully the system's going to have enough through flow that that's not going to be a problem, but maybe. I'll see. I might need to upgrade them to jumbo tanks. I do find it silly, still find it a bit silly that Singularity is smaller than Jumbo. Like, massively smaller than Jumbo. But anyway. So, that now goes into an Alchemist Cauldron. And I'm going to need hoppers. And I'm basically out of iron at this point. Oh, I've got 44 iron. That is enough for now, but then I am completely out. So if I set this to extract, that will then fill that cauldron up with common ink, and then I put that on there so I can put copper ingots in this one, and I'm probably going to have to put signs on these. Copper ingots in that, and then that will, for each copper ingot, produce a uncommon, a quarter of an uncommon, or one. I think it's just one uncommon ink. I can then have the next one coming out at a different height. God, this room is going to be so messy. I'm going to put another torch there. Oh, what if I put it there and have it going... So what's this? This is rare. Have it there and cut it off and cut that off. Damn. Alright, just feed that back to get rid of those. I think when the system is all set up, the pipes are going to be completely separate and it's all going to work. It's just at the moment I've got a lot of overlap. Right, I'm just going to get these off my bloody hotbar because I'm constantly out of space. I need like 5 things on here. Right. So the reason I've got this is then I can also do it like this. Is that just going to extract common ink? I think it is. Okay. Okay. Now is the time to use the fluid conduits. Because then I can fluid lock them and not actually need filters. I think. Alright, I need copper. Alright, I'm going to need to use the alloy smelter because I think I'm going to need more fluid conduits. It's got a load of in there already, so if I just put, I know these 13, no, round it up to a 15. Put these 15 in here. That will produce some clear glass for me. Yeah, so I've got the stuff now. So if I put that in there, that should produce uncommon ink, which it did. And now extract. So that is now fluid locked to uncommon ink. So there is now uncommon ink that will flow from this cauldron down into this one. It will also be fed by this fluid drawer, like so that this fills up with uncommon ink. I have run out of space. I need to put a hopper on this. Alright, it's moving up. Oh god, this is so messy. Right, get rid of those two. Get rid of that, which means I just deleted a load of ink. It's fine. It's really, really not a valuable resource. Not valuable in terms of acquisition. So I then put a hopper on the front of there, and then iron will go in this one. So this will then produce rare ink, which I will have meeting a new one of these here. Is that a good place for it? No. One further out. There. And then that way I can put a hopper there. Is that a good place? Hopper on top. Hopper on topper. Hopper on top, please. There. Alright, so this, yeah. Yes. So this is going to use the last of my 3 fluid conduits. I've got some more clear glass being made. So this is set to insert. And this is then turned into rare. So that is now fluid locked to rare ink. And then this comes out to there and gets locked off here. Damn. Okay. I mean, the plus side is this stuff is actually very easy to clean up because I just need a bottle. And then when I do get it, I could just feed it back into the system. So, common goes in there. Using copper turns into uncommon. Using iron turns into rare. Yeah, that did fill it. It's fine. Except I cannot extract from this one. Why can I not extract from this one? Is that in the way? Why can't I extract? It's a glass bottle. I can extract everything else. Why can't I extract this one? How weird. Let's get that out of there then. So this one produces... this one uses rare ink to produce epic ink, which goes in here. So this is going to need another fluid conduit. So conduit binder and... Nope, not that one. This one. Nope, not that one. God. This one. 24 is probably too much, but it's fine. I will probably use it eventually. A fluid thing between there. This is going to need a bit more rare ink, but we do have tons in there actually. So there we go. Fill up with rare ink, and then a gold goes in there. This is an insert. So that should... that didn't fluid lock. Why not? Is this Epic being weird again? This might be Epic being weird. Oh no. There. It's not Epic being weird at all. Epic is now fluid locked to that one. So we are almost at the end of the chain now. So lock that. And... oh, it's being weird again. Well, can't get that out, but I will very shortly, because this is the place that creates this. So that fills up with Epic. Unfortunately, I can't actually use it to create something while it has a legendary in there, but put that there. Could probably do with it being one further over, frankly. Yeah. I'll move it one over. So that fills up with Epic. And the hopper is there. So that way I have easy access to all four without needing to sort of reach around any of them. And then, finally, that comes out there. That comes out here. Alright, if I have this go... ooh. Can I bottle out of these? No, I cannot. So, I am going to need... oh, I might actually need an alchemist cauldron at the very end, because I know I can bottle out of alchemist cauldrons. So, unless there's something else... no, it seems alchemist cauldrons or fluid spouts are the only way. So, I'm not actually using any of these singularity tanks, am I? Damn it, I forgot to put them in the system. It's fine, I have other uses. So, if I get 2 of those as well, then I can make another cauldron, an alchemist cauldron, and I miscounted, but that's fine. So 4 of these and 4 of these, other way round, to make a jumbo tank. So these go into a jumbo tank. Ah, that needs to be one of those. And then, ooh, what if I do it this clever way? So I extract with that and insert there to fluid lock this whole thing to legendary, and then extract. So that has extracted that one, and I have a jumbo tank here for the legendary ink, and then to wrap it all up, I swear I had a cauldron here a moment ago. I do. To wrap it all up, I have a fluid tank here. So I have a cauldron full of legendary ink, ready to be bottled up at my leisure. I may be able to find a way to automatically bottle it, but for now, I think I'm okay storing it in liquid form for the most part, so I'll just bottle up. Ah, weird. I didn't know it came in smaller quantities. Maybe because I deleted some, I don't know. Weird. Anyway, this should now be a complete system. So, theoretically, if I had the stuff in these, I don't really have much to spare. I'm getting sort of worryingly low on a lot of things, but if I turn that off, this should now generate spells. The generated spells get melted down, and I'm going to have to do something about the sound. because that is very loud. So they get melted down automatically. They won't always succeed, but the ones that do will get pumped into one of these 5 rarity tanks. The rarity tanks then get upgraded, common into uncommon, uncommon into rare, rare into epic, epic into legendary. And then the legendary will accumulate in the jumbo tank at the end, and then finally fill up this cauldron at the very, very end for ease of bottling. So right here, this, along with the Echoes of Hasborn I have in the other room, this is an infinite legendary ink generator. I didn't think this would be possible, but it is proven. Alright, that's bugging me. Because I'll never be able to pick up 100. This way, it will always be in a pick-upable amount, because each of these turns into 250, then gets separated out, upgraded, 4 250s at a time, all the way up to legendary. So, at the moment we have quite a backstop up here, because that's full. Why is that not getting removed? Because that's full. Why is that not getting removed? That is a good question. Because that's an uneven amount. Okay. Is this Epic being weird again? Yes. Epic, why are you like this? Oh no, it's because I didn't put that to an insert. Sorry, it seems I'm always blaming Epic for things. But yes, this system now appears to be working. Is there a muffler?